everybody, my name's Lizzie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good out there. I've been struggling with this cold the last couple days. But before I get started, I have a little bit of a favor to ask of you. If you could be so kind out there to send up some healing prayers and well wishes for my grandma. She's 90 years old and she's in the hospital. She has been falling quite a bit this year. I feel like getting up out of her seat has been difficult this year. She broke her arm and her rib. And because COVID is really bad again, no one in my family can get in to see her. Like, not even her kids, not us grandkids, not anyone. So the only thing we can do is call, which I'm going to call her every day. She just went to the hospital today. She doesn't like hospitals. Who does? But she really wants to be home in time for Christmas. So I'm praying super hard that she has a speedy recovery, which is why I'm down in my studio. Anyway, I did a little candle work on her behalf so she heals quickly and help her with the pain and her nerves being away from home. But I would really appreciate it if you could just say a quick prayer for my grandma. Her name is Marion. She's 90 years old. She's had a very tough year. This is her third fall, learning with her legs, and it's been very difficult for her. She's not somebody who takes to not being able to do things themselves. So the whole process has been very hard, and it's very hard on all of us that we cannot even go to the hospital to see her. It's very scary. She's 90. Anything could happen. To know that she's alone in there and she doesn't have anyone. You know, we're all close to her in different ways, but me and her talk a lot about spirituality, like holding her hand and calming her nerves and helping her with her anxiety. It's kind of my role. Like I said, we all have different roles. She's got a big family. We all love her very much. I'm not the only one who's close to my grandma, but in that sense, you know, I told her I'd be praying for her and I'd ask for prayers, and here I am asking for prayers because she's literally my favorite person ever, and she doesn't deserve this horrible year she's been having on top of COVID. To be 90, it's already scary, but to have 3 accidents and be in the hospital, like, we do have nurses and stuff, but like I said, she likes to do things herself and is very stubborn. It's just been a difficult year for her. So please, again, send up a quick prayer for my grandma, Marion. She's a beautiful soul on this earth, and she needs a little love out there. But this is a pick-a pile for, not to just shove grandma aside. I love you out there, grandma. But this is, what are your spiritual gifts? What do your spiritual guides want to talk to you about? And what direction is spirit guiding you in? So it's like a 3-part reading and 1 reading, and it is a pick a pile, and to match my shirt I'm going to do a snowman theme. So pile number 1 is this very cute, adorable little single snowman with a tree. We're going to call this one the tree snowman. So vibe out, pause it if you need to. Pile 2 is the BFF snowmans. That's what we're going to call them, the twinnies. Twinnie snowmans is better. 2. Aren't they super cute, though? I think this is actually a set I got from somebody. Or maybe it just looks like a set. I think this had one with it, but it broke. These are very old. So pile number 1, single snowman with the tree. Pile 2, we'll call them the twinnie snowmans. And pile number 3 is like the ice snowman. The see-through snowman, we'll call them. It used to light up and change colors, but I gotta put new batteries in it. I usually put this in my window. It's super cute. One more time for you. Pile 1, tree snowman. Pause it if you need to. Pile 2, the twinnies, twin snowmen. And pile number 3 is the ice snowman. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm close to that pause button over there. Pause it and vibe out for each pile if you need to, and we'll get started with pile 1. Hi, pile 1. Sorry if you hear the noise in the background. I waited all day. It was a lot louder next door than it is now. It's 11 o'clock and they're still going. This is how they watch their TV through the whole thing of COVID. I'm going insane. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Like, I need to move like yesterday, guys. It's irritating as F. Like, you wake up to, like, I don't like their taste in music in general anyway, but it's on level 9006 and shakes my walls. It even shakes my bed. So months of that just makes you just so happy to be living where you are. I'm trying to be happy about it, but they're very rude. I have very rude neighbors who no sense of time, but it's a Saturday, so, you know, I'm not going to go over there and pound on the door, but every day is like this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it doesn't fucking matter. There's no quiet ever. Alright, so we have, Philosopher's Stone. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Powerhouse out there. You are definitely somebody who could be a part of the occult, and I don't really like that word because it sounds so evil, but it doesn't mean that it's evil. You could be a natural witch. You could be somebody who's like a healer, a shaman, but you're able to manifest anything you want in your life. You can create your own reality on more of a level than most of us can. And I feel like this is also a sign whatever you've been manifesting is on its way to you. Your guides are saying. Achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. You're going to succeed in life. You might be in the public eye of some sense eventually, or do some kind of public work. Could work with the public speaking. Your life experiences are going to bring you up to a level of achievement by speaking about it and teaching others about it. Like if you are a survivor of something, you could be getting out there and talking about it and helping other people like you. You could be talking about bad relationships, helping families heal, helping kids love themselves, working with self-esteem, anything like that. Or like I said, you could actually become a literal star. Mystic star. Harmony in the home and great friendships. So you are somebody that is a healer as far as like psychological skills. You might be a psychologist. You might be like a little Cupid, helping people find love, helping relationships. You could be like a friend, bringing friends together when they argue a lot. You might be the peacekeeper in your family and in your friendships and in general. You are the kind of person that brings peace to people and their lives, and I feel like you're able to see the problems through your gifts. Sorry, I can see my ceiling. Anyway, maybe you're able to see past the drama better than most people, which is good. But you are a star. You could be connected. You could know a lot about astrology, which if you work in the love department, like trying to help people find love matches, or maybe you just enjoy seeing people happy, so you try to set people up. You could be into astrology, know a lot about people's signs. I feel like that's very natural to you. You might not have studied it a lot, but you're like, oh, Gemini is this, or oh, Aquarius is this, and you just like have this otherworldly knowing about it as well. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. You also teach about self-love. You're like a great little cheerleader, a life coach, somebody who not only helps people find love, but helps people find love within themselves and in their own relationships. Focusing on doing what your heart, like you're the kind of person who's got a friend who's really stressed out. Maybe they have like 5 kids and their relationship with their spouse isn't going well. You're like, listen, I'm going to set you up, and you and your spouse are going to go have a nice dinner. You're going to have a spa day, and I'm going to babysit. You're like one of those people that helps people sit down and just take a breath and see what's really important. Maybe not on that grand of a scheme, but oh my God, did I not show you that you're the tree guy? So you're the tree one, in case you forgot. This noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like all fucking day. They can't watch TV unless it's on 50. They have to blast their music. Felix? What? Fictitious. Powerful symbol of to create lucky, serendipitous events. You might be a little precognitive in the sense of, like, you might have seen your spouse or somebody that you're going to fall in love with before you meet them. Could be currently or coming. You could see your friends with a person before they meet that person. I just feel like you have an amazing third eye. Like, you can see through the bullshit better than most people. And you could be getting a lot of premonitions about your own life and about other people. Moderation, again referencing to me that you teach people how to stop and just be in this moment and focus on what you need to focus on right now. This is also your spirit guides giving that same advice back to you through this holiday season. You're like a little elf. You're a little helper out there. You're saying don't spread yourself too thin because you might have gifts coming to you for all of your hard work. They want you to have room to be able to celebrate and enjoy those gifts. So don't spread yourself too thin this holiday. All right. Leadership. You are a leader. Again, I'm just getting like public speaking, humanitarian-like work. You just are a good leader. Somebody who, even it doesn't have to be on a grand scale. You could be like a boss or a manager. You're good at organizing things and people and helping the flow to go in a peaceful way. Not that peace ever lasts very long in any situation. Feels like especially this year. Yeah, you're going to have a great spiritual career. You're a very spiritual person. It doesn't have to be religious. You could just be somebody who promotes self-love and loving yourself and taking care of yourself and eating healthy and healthy relationships. It doesn't have to necessarily be about what you religiously believe in, but your career is mostly going to be based in your successful career anyway. It's going to be based on something that comes from the heart, something that you're very passionate about, which is good. If the more passion you have for something, the more happy you're going to be and the more successful you're going to be because of the work you're putting into it. Again, referencing that intuition. You have a sick, killer third eye. You can read people well. You can see when a situation is going to go bad. You can see if somebody's trying to explain their pain or trauma to you and they can't find the words. It's like you feel it. You can see where they're going with it. Which helps you understand things. You have great compassion and empathy, which is beautiful. Let's get some more. I have more. I picked several decks. I wanted to get you as much information as I could. You're a very creative person. I think you rely on creativity to help create that peaceful fix, but whether you're arguing with someone or other people are arguing or how to get people to work together, you rely on creative ways and you're very creative about how you get them to open up, how you get them to experience and talk about what they need or see what they need to see. Like, I'm just getting a vision of, sorry, I just moved this whole studio around. I'm still not used to it, but you know, when people who work with kids, they do a lot of crafts. Kids have a hard time understanding how to process feelings or what they're even upset about. So a lot of psychologists play games and work with art. You could be someone that does that as well. Willingness. You help people. You know how people get stuck in their ego? We all do this. There's not a person out there that doesn't get stuck in their ego from time to time. We're all human. But you break that ego apart. You get them willing to take a deep breath and sit down and relax if they're really stressed out. Or you bring that willingness to better a relationship that you're trying to heal. You get people to work together. And because they want to, not because they feel forced to. Ownership, you help people because you're so intuitive, you can see through people. Like maybe you know when they're lying, so you make them call out the truth. You're like, you can't lie to me, I know the truth. You know, you You can't sugarcoat for me. I feel like you're upset, so embrace your feelings. You're somebody who makes them take ownership of how they're feeling or take ownership of their responsibilities, but I don't feel like you do this in a cruel way. I feel like you inspire them to be a better person to the point where they want to take ownership of what they need to apologize for, what they need to work on, what they need to change. Virtue, you're very virtuous, you're very inspiring. Like I said, you have that nature where you create people this sense that you're somebody who doesn't think they're perfect, and you've certainly made mistakes, and you're willing and open to talk about them. But you also inspire people to be better versions of themselves in whatever way it is. You could just make them laugh. You could even be a comedian. You could be an art teacher. You just have that calm, really calm, virtuous, like, when you're, like my grandma, for instance, she's very sweet and loving. Like, nobody would ever swear to her. Nobody would ever, because of that presence she has. You have that virtuous presence. Like, you are a good person. If somebody needs help, they would come to you and pick you out of a crowd. You just give off that aura of you are a good soul here to do good, which is beautiful. Your very individuality, you're a unicorn. You're unlike anybody else. You're not somebody who dresses like anybody else. You might have your own unique style. You might have your own unique slang, your own unique way of doing things or explaining things. People could be like, you're weird, but I totally get it. Or like, why are you so weird? Like, I love you, but you're such a weirdo. I get that all the time. That's not an insult. Being called weird is one of the highest compliments you could get, because they're recognizing vocally that you're unlike anybody else. And that's A-okay with me. So I feel like you are definitely what I call a unicorn, somebody who marches to the beat of their own drum. You take action. You could be an activist, a protester here. Action for change, I heard. This year is all about action for change. You've been very busy. No wonder why they're telling you to slow down this holiday. All right, so we have shark. Trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. You're somebody who should, if you don't, follow your instincts. If somebody's giving you warning symptoms, what I call warning symptoms, like I've been in a store, it's a crazy situation, but I was in a store and I just felt like when somebody walked in, it's not about because they were a man or a certain color or anything like that. I wasn't even near them when they came in. I just had that overall sense of get out of here or go stand up close to the store so that person isn't alone. Like, I just felt like a robbery was going to happen, and sure enough, it did. I mean, there wasn't a gun or anything, but then I don't want to get too far off this, but I was right. I trusted my instincts. I was right up front when it happened. I was able to give a description. The person in front of the counter who was robbing there's too many of us standing there. They felt overwhelmed, so I don't even feel like they went through with the robbery like they planned. They just grabbed some stuff and ran out. But by us being there at the front of the store, and I feel like the other people also felt the same way. It was like angels had just all kind of made us gravitate. Like we had some kind of sense that this person was bad, and we wanted to be there for the clerk. I did have that second of get the F out of here. Don't worry about everybody else, but I fought it. And other people in the store did too. We all looked at each other. I recognized the fight or flight. Like, you're the kind of person that would pay attention to that warning. And you probably get those all the time. Gorilla. Take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. Yeah. Again, you're a good counselor. You're somebody that people can talk to and they go to frequently when they're your own family members probably lean on you like, these two are fighting, will you sit between them so they don't argue, help me buffer this situation. You're like the buffer in your family and life in general. Goose, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. One, you're somebody who takes pride in self-love time, and that if you aren't doing this now, you need to adapt to it in your life, but you're somebody who takes that minute. If you are exhausted and you just need to sit down for 5 minutes and breathe, you're the kind of person that's going to make room for that. You listen to your body. Also, again, I feel like this is referencing that you've been stretching yourself thin this year and you need a break through this holiday season. Don't feel guilty about that. They're saying you're somebody who probably your whole life have been out here mending everybody else and helping everybody else, which they love and appreciate, and you will continue to do that in the future. But sometimes we just need a minute to ourselves to turn that love back into ourselves. And I feel like that's what they're calling for you. Cat, it's time to strike out on your own and replenish your over-dependency on others. Maybe you're a little bit a kind of person that needs to help people to feel like they have a purpose in their life. You might attract broken people. You might like to be the people that fixes others, but this is Spirit saying you can't, like, they're always going to push you in the direction you need to go. If there's somebody that you really need to help, they're going to push you into the situation, push someone into your life so that you can help them. But don't only pick relationships because you like to heal people or fix broken people. In an area of love, you don't want somebody to be broken when you start a relationship. Not that everybody is completely whole all the time. A little broken is okay, but if you need that broken person to feel good about yourself, this is Spirit saying maybe you're an overachiever when it comes to being a healer, being compassionate. Not all aspects of your life need to have broken people and need to have healing. I do feel like you have a dependency on helping others, being a helper, being there for other people to the point of you fault yourself. You don't take time for yourself. You lose out on your own personal time. Maybe you've been doing that too much, why they're calling you to relax this holiday. Shapeshifter. You're somebody who adapts in any situation. You can adapt well. You fit in with a lot of different people. You're probably somebody in school that didn't stick to one type of friends. You probably had a lot or a variety of different friends. You can go anywhere. People like you. You're very strong, and with that insight, you know when to be quiet, when to speak, when you're being pushy, when you need to help. You're good at adapting not only to other psyches around you, but cultures, climates. You're just one of them people that can literally go anywhere and be okay. Traveler, you might be traveling a lot. This also, to me, I heard astral projection. You might be able to travel in your sleep. I would dig into that if you're interested. But this, again, referencing not only are you a shapeshifter, you're a little bit of a nomad, gypsy type of vibe. That soul that you always need adventure. You always need new things. You're not somebody who likes mundane very much. Magic Guardian. Woo, Lord. You're a powerhouse out there, pal one. This is, to me, you have a lot of guardians up there, a lot of guides. But you protect yourself. You have a strong, as much as you help others and as much as you spread yourself thin, you don't take shit. You don't. Other people might think that you're a pushover, but when you get to that hard line, you're the type of person, don't speak to me like that. I'm not going to tolerate it. You will stand up for yourself. You just are more patient and more understanding and are able to have a capacity for more things than other people can tolerate, but you do protect yourself. You are a very protected person with your guides. Everything you need is already inside of you. You are a great psychic. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. This is a good omen. You might even be a Leo here. It's the only time I heard an astrology sign is Leo. This could also be talking about strength, because Leo to me is also the strength card for some reason in my head. That's where I go to. So you could be trying to gain your strength here to go for something new or to leave a tough situation or start a new job. And this is your guide saying everything's going to be okay. You have everything you need inside you. You are going to be triumphant. You might be needing to move here. that's a good omen for that as well. If you're worried about the move not going well for you, just remember you are a shapeshifter. You can adapt anywhere to any situation. Wheel of Time. Your charge is to enlarge. You have an important mission in life. This is, I feel like to me, is you're a light worker, but you also enlarge people's hearts, whether it's the love for themselves or love for other people. Compassion, empathy, humanitarian work. You're a light worker. Stop and take in the view. So, again, Spirit's telling you you need a timeout. Timeout. Sit down. All that advice you give out to other people, it's time to pull it into yourself and figure out what you need right now in this moment to calm down. Afterglow, land gracefully. I feel like you're going to have a lot of movement coming up. They're trying to talk to you. Maybe you're moving to a new place, starting a new job, moving lovers, whatever it is. You will land gracefully. You are a good person, and they're going to make sure you get where you need to, but this is about you listening to your intuition and listening to your heart and not worrying. Trust that they're going to catch you. No matter what happens to you, they will catch you. Aurora Garden, beginnings, innate origin. Maybe you're just beginning to understand your spiritual gifts or understand spiritual connections. This could be a sense to me that you are starting to discover that you might have a little bit of a psychic awareness or some kind of spiritual connection with someone. You're playing in your own garden here. To me, my inner garden is like this, my studio, where I come to do my spiritual work, where I feel safe and protected. You are, whether it's within yourself or whether it's a community, just a garden to me in this sense is the safe place where you practice spirituality. If you're a psychologist, it could be your office, creating that safe garden for people to vent. But I just feel like you have a new beginning this year. You're going to be starting something very new. They're also talking about that. The Mother awakens, compassion, nurture, guidance. You're awakening to your own psychic gifts. You have a rainbow here. I know it just looks like a beam of light, but it's a rainbow. Really recognizing that you are tapping into your source, which is your guides, your spirit, coming into your own spirituality, which is beautiful. And this is you going out into the world and giving that guidance and compassion in a big way. You got new things coming. The Light Priestess, you are a light worker. Galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual. You've had past lives, you have other, whether you're aware of your gifts or not and using them, or you're just starting, or you're a master. You have that knowledge in your mind. You just have to open it up. You are a powerhouse. You have a lot of psychic gifts. It's up to you to find out what those gifts are. I can't tell you, and Spirit won't tell you unless you ask and work with them. I am a person who is a psychic. I am a light worker myself. I am very gifted, but I don't go and ask other people. I tried to ask for help to get into my spiritual realms, but I feel like it just knocked me off my path. Spiritual work is very independent work. You gotta sit with yourself. You gotta communicate with your spirit guides. You can get advice from others, but majority of your work is inward. See all this bombing noise over here from my neighbors. It's cooking my brains, people. Thank you, Pile 1. I hope that was helpful. Just look for that new beginning and take time out for you. Don't overdo it this holiday season, because I feel like this next year is going to be crazy good. They're definitely talking about that. And embrace your spiritual gifts. Keep working on it. And ask for advice if you feel the need to, but it's time to go inward and put that love back into yourself. Pile number 1. Hi, Pile 2. You picked the 20 Snowman. Super cute. Sorry if you hear a bunch of noise. I have very rude neighbors. They're loud 24/7, but this is the least noisy it's been all day. So, and it's almost midnight and they're still going. And it's not just because it's Saturday. They do this every damn day of the entire isolation process, which has been about 7 months for me. I'm over it. I'm moving as soon as I get a job back. Alright, anyway. What are your spiritual gifts? Ooh, what a way to start. Power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. You can get rid of toxicity like no one's business. You could be an exorcist if you're interested in that. You could be somebody who goes in and helps people deal with spiritual issues that deal with negative entities. I heard ghost hunter, so maybe you're somebody who is very interested in the occult in that sense. You'd be very good in it if you're thinking about that. Maybe you do work in that area, or this is you just have that power about you that evil things can't really mess with you, which is good. We have on target. Follow your ideal life path. You're on a good target. Whatever you're doing right now, or at least thinking about going in the direction, because I mean, you could be someone like me who lost the job and pandemic, and I don't know if they're ever going to reopen. You might be thinking about a new career path. I just feel like they're putting you on the right target, or whatever you're currently doing, you're feeling good about. You could help other people find their jobs. You could be like like a guidance counselor or a career center aide, anything like that. But on target could also, if you are somebody who is in the ghost hunting business, you could go in and be able to target where the spirit is. You could be a medium, empath, psychic, figuring out what the issues are, how to cross spirits over. You'd be very good at that. Love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. You're trying to manifest love here for yourself, or you would be a good Cupid. Either or. Star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. You come from the stars. You're a star seed. Hello, fellow star seed. Yay. I love it when you reach my table. You just have that star quality about you. You might work in the public eye in some sense, or wish to. This would be a good omen for that. But I just feel like you are very into astrology as well. You might know a lot of the constellations. Healing. True healing of the mind, body, and soul. You're a shaman, or have the capacity of being a shaman. But in this reading, like, you could work with anything, any kind of healers. But I'm really getting, you're like a cleanser of the home. You help people with ghost issues, hauntings. And if you don't, they're trying to tell you that's what you're supposed to do. We have communication, number 33. You could be a speaker here. You could talk about ghosts. You could teach about it. You could communicate with spirits here as well. Number 33 is a holy number. I feel like you are a psychic medium. Hello, fellow psychic medium. You have great patience. You're not somebody who gets scared off easy. Number 2 is also another holy number. You have patience with people. A lot of times when you're working with a haunting, sometimes it's psychological issues within a person and not within the home. You have patience for those people. You don't just go to the homes, and if they don't have any hauntings, you just leave. You are somebody who finds help for whatever sense, if it's within the person, within the family, or within a spiritual. You could also be a good counselor, having that patient like a mediator situation, whether that's a mediator between living people and spirits, or two living people. You have that patience to be a good mediator. You have a lot of compassion. A very good soul here. Compassion for the dead especially. Compassion for the living. Compassion for people dealing with grief. Great empathy as well. Karmic completion. You help people with valuable lessons. If it's getting away from a bad home, or getting over love. You'd be somebody who good at counseling them through it. And I feel like Spirit's also telling you you're going to have karmic completion soon. Because I do feel like, let me back up. Love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. You are trying to attract love into your life. I feel like you've had a bad situation with love. They're definitely referencing that. It's going to end. You're pulling in your soulmate here, pile number 2. Maybe that's why you picked the twinnies. You have your twin flame coming towards you soon. We have detachment, forgiveness, freedom, responsibility, expression, past. Okay. Again, referencing you help people detach from their traumas. You can also help spirits detach from being stuck or haunting a place. Forgiveness, again, referencing spirits who are stuck here, haunting and tormenting people. You help them forgive themselves, detach from earth, and cross over, which is beautiful. But this is also helping the living as well. You're somebody with great patience, like I said, good mediator. That forgiveness comes in so that decisions can be made, peace can be had, both with the living and the dead. Freedom. You help people who are dealing with stuff in their homes that they just want. Like, I'm a psychic medium as well, so every house I've ever lived in, there was a haunting problem, and it's not the house, it was me. It took me a while to figure that out, but it just felt like, why are ghosts always after me? God dang it. It still happens to me today. Like, our house has had a lot of suicides in it. They visit me. I most of the time have to push them out. Some of them are not nice, which I try to do the forgiveness and the detach thing. They're just not ready. But you are the kind of person that would come into the home with somebody who's dealing with a bad entity or a bad spirit and gives them the freedom, the people that are living there, to get away from this thing and have peace, whether it's helping that spirit cross over or getting it out of their property. You're also a very free spirit, I'm hearing. You also want freedom from a love situation, I'm hearing, and that's coming with this karmic completion. Past. Maybe you live in a place that has a lot of history, or you visit places. You could be somebody who hunts evidence of the supernatural. I don't know why I heard ghost hunters or something like that. To me, I hear that quite a bit, but it's not the actual show. It just, for me, references somebody who chases historic places, trying to connect with spirits. You could do that as well. You also have a very turbulent past, which helps you be empathetic and help other people. Because of your past, what you do later in your life, as far as speaking to people, help getting that freedom from your past as well. It's going to teach you a lot about helping others. Responsibility. You could be helping spirits take responsibility for their past issues. A lot of the times, me personally, when I was helping spirits cross over, it's because they did something bad they were scared to be judged for, or they just had unfinished business that they didn't take responsibility for. I'm getting that sense that you help them take that responsibility and admit who and what they did and help them cross in that sense. But this is also talking about the living as well. You're somebody that can help people face the responsibility of past mistakes and recognize that nobody is perfect and everybody makes mistakes, everybody has faults. Taking that responsibility to get out of their karmic completion as well. Expression, a public speaker of some sense, or just somebody who goes to high school and talks to kids about downloads. Okay, maybe not kids, college kids even, taking responsibility for their actions, making the change by changing who you are in person as a person. You don't need to make excuses for things. You need to take action, take responsibility. You could be good at that as well. But expression, to me, I'm also getting for, you could forget what it's called when I do it all the time. I just call it channeling the spirits. But you could write and channel spirits. You could paint. Some creative way of connecting with spirit as well. Ooh, chameleon, penguin, cheetah, and condor. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. You're somebody who likes to sit back and watch, judge people's character. You also, if you go in and you're the ghost hunter group, you like to just sit there and let the spirits come to you and figure out what's going on. You're not somebody who likes to go in and demand. You let things unfold naturally. You blend in. But I also feel like there might be some of you out there, this could be for a small few, who need to take that chameleon approach and step back and just blend in with the environment. Don't worry about standing out right now. There's something you need to see. By sitting back and watching, you're going to be able to see it. Penguin, the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. So there's two messages from your spirit. You are dealing with something tough with this karmic completion that's coming for you. I do feel like it's a love situation that is going to be ending. But this, again, is also referencing that you get rid of negativity. Like if somebody calls you for help, they're having issues in their home with a dark spirit. You're the person that comes in and ends it, helps that spirit either get kicked off the premises or cross over. Condor, you're too enmeshed in the situation to step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. Well, that contradicts the chameleon. Okay. There's two reasons for this. I'm going to explain both because it is collective. So you have been sitting back and just trying to go with the flow and evolve, but you're too enmeshed in it, or you're too, what's the word? Too adapted, too pushed, influenced. You're too influenced by negative, whether it's negative spirits or negative people in your life. So you've chameleoned yourself into a dilemma. You've tried to blend in with something that isn't good for you. And now it's not only do you need to step back and see things clear, you need to remove yourself completely because you're too enmeshed in your situation to see the clear and possible outcome. So the only answer left would be to remove yourself completely, whether it's for a few days or a few hours. But this is also talking about the ghost hunting group, the people that live there, like when you go into homes and stuff, or dealing with people with property that it's haunted. They're too enmeshed in that to see things clearly. Like instead of seeing that maybe the spirit's just trying to communicate, they're just very scared and thinking they're out to get them. So they're too enmeshed to see the true messages the spirits are trying to give. So you become a chameleon and sit back, watch how the people living there react and how the ghosts react, and you are able to see things. I'm going to say both ways because it's collective. Cheetah, get clear on your intentions, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. So once you figure out what's going on, then you take immediate action. You only become the chameleon until you get the information you need to. Then you take action, if it's you realize the spirit isn't harmful, they're just trying to have their presence known. You might talk about, okay, well, maybe we could create some kind of altar for the spirit so they feel like they're a part of, you know what I mean? Give them a space in the house where they have for themselves, and then activity dies down. Or you recognize that they are evil, they are doing harm, and they need to be crossed over, or they need to be evicted. You take immediate action on that. But this is also for the group that's in a karmic situation. I feel like, again, referencing you're too enmeshed, it's time to get up and get out. This is a very mixed message. Protection Guardian, Lady, Stag, and Water Guardian. Drop your shields. You're very protected by spirit and angels, which is why you have that power and aura around you. You have a lot of ancestors up there protecting you, but you're a very guarded person, almost to the point of too guarded. And if you're looking for that twin, that love person, you have to lower your shield and be willing to show yourself, to talk about your emotions here. Lady, enjoy growth and reap their rewards. You have a female spirit around you, definitely trying to help you grow into the love that you want and getting out of toxic situations. Enjoy growth and reap the rewards. You've come through a lot. You've had a lot of pain, not just this year, but in life in general. I just feel like you need to get out of a toxic situation, lower your guard. This could even be going towards a lady. You could be a lady yourself, or you're going towards a lady. But I do feel like you have a lady spirit all around you all the time. Stag, trust and thrive. This is about you being by yourself, surviving on your own 2 feet, not needing love or partnership. You could also do investigations by yourself. You could face spirits by yourself. But you need to go out on your own and get out of your toxic situation and be by yourself and reap the rewards and grow individually. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Exactly. Drop that shield. Stop being such a hard ass on their pile 2. Embrace your emotions. Talk about it. You don't have to be tough all the time. Showing emotion doesn't make you weak. I don't know why people think that it makes you weak. It takes a strong person to stand up and say, this hurts me. This is what I'm scared of. This is what I need. That's not an easy thing to talk about or to get out of your body for anyone. The fact that you have courage to do that only speaks higher of your character, not lower. I don't know what you've been taught, but feelings need to be embraced, both inwardly and with the people around you. If you can't be yourself, why are you so protected? Why do you feel the need so much to have a shield up in your life that you can't show your emotions, you can't talk about your needs? That's where you start. Maybe you can't trust them. If you have a gift, maybe they're telling you these aren't your people. These are people you need to get away from. If you can't be yourself, your authentic self, if you can't say your feelings, if you can't, even if your feelings come up in a jarbled, yelly mess, if they, 1, use it against you, 2, don't seem to get it or care to get it and just leave you there like, okay, well, what do you want me to do about it? Those are not your people. Those are toxic karmic situations you need to get rid of. Because somebody who actually cares about you, even if they don't know what to do, they're going to be like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you, but we're going to figure it out. And I care that you're sad or upset and mad, and I'm sorry. Like, what can I do? Like, they have input, they have empathy, they have compassion. You can be yourself. If you can't do that with people in your life, you're around the wrong people. You don't need this shield. And trust me, I get it. I'm 36 years old, probably since 34. I put this shield up like nobody's gonna fucking know me. I don't care. I was the biggest hard ass on this fucking planet, so I totally get it. But that's not the right way to live. It's a toxic way to live. We need to break that habit as human beings. Light dancer, you're a light worker. Yes. Illumination, the radiant self, shining soul. Who are you? What do you want? What makes you happy? What is hurting you? It is time to sit with yourself and be your own light worker, or follow the light. If somebody is inspiring you, if someone is helping you, if somebody is actually good, or that you feel like you can be yourself with, it's time to move towards that person and drop your shield. Fairy energy, growth, expansion, of flowering. You're blooming into your gifts. You're doing good. I know it's been chaotic for you, but your spirit guides up there like you're doing well. You are growing. You are adapting. Everything in your life is meant for a reason to teach you, and you are learning. Give yourself some credit here. Ooh, the secret. The unknown, mysterious wonders. Yeah, you're really starting to embrace the secrets of life that we don't acknowledge, or people are too afraid to acknowledge. Like me, I'm open with it. I totally believe in ghosts. I will have a 3-day conversation with you about spirits, about every ghost-like situation I've had. I'm completely open. But some people are like, that's taboo. Why are you talking about that? Like, why are you so scared to talk about it? Why do you think it's taboo? I turn it right around. You're embracing the secrets of life. Like, there is a bigger picture. You do understand this. You're trying to figure it out, which is good. Discover your superpower. I mean, number 33 is a spiritual number as well. Access 100% of your mojo. You are a powerhouse. You are a starseed. You are very gifted. You're discovering, you're opening it up. This could be you connecting with spirit as well. Your guides want you to be able to sit and talk to them. If you don't have anyone in your life, talk to your guides. They are amazing. I talk to them all the time, probably to the point of, like, this girl. Why did we get assigned to her? Because she never shuts up. Whatever. They love me anyways. Be the bridge. Expand your consciousness to behold both worlds. Maybe you grew up in a situation like me. I grew up Catholic, who are like totally against the occult or anything in it. And here's me like, well, that's you. This is me. I figured my own shit out. I can bounce, like I can go to church. I can sit with my family. I don't have to talk about my spiritual self stuff, but I know in myself, my own truth. This is you figuring out, like, being okay with being different, being okay with thinking differently or having a different spiritual approach. Religion and spirituality is 100% personal, okay? You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. You can just feel it and think it and do it in your own time. But if you need to go and play a part and sit with your family on holidays, because I still do that, it makes my mom is a hippie, but my dad is the spiritual one. Like, if he asked me to go to church with him, I don't like going to church. I don't believe in the institution of church, but I go, I shut my mouth, I sit there, and I do what I need to do for them, because it makes them happy, and I love them, So this is you trying to figure out how to be a starseed in the regular world, which we all go through. Build in breaks. Saunter slowly. Okay, so maybe you're scared of change. You're scared of being different. You don't want people to think you're a weirdo. Like, for one, even before I came out as myself, I was always weird. Like, oh, Lizzie, you just have your own way of doing things. Or, nobody says that, or nobody does that. Nobody dresses like you. What is wrong with you? Why are you so weird? I heard that my whole goddamn life. No matter how much I tried to be normal, I'm not fucking normal. Okay? I'm just not. It ain't gonna happen. You need to embrace that, but do it slowly. It doesn't come overnight. Like, I wouldn't. Probably 5 years ago, if you asked me about psychic mediums, I would be like, don't talk to me about that. I don't want to talk about it. I was scared as fuck. You know what I mean? But I I opened myself to it slowly. Do it baby steps. Okay, pile number 2. I hope that was helpful. You seem to have a lot going on. But I feel like that 20 you're looking for is coming. That was the overall message for you. I know it was back and forth, but they have a lot to say because I don't feel like you're connecting to your own guides. So spend some time Connect to your guides. They have things to tell you. Pile number 2. Hi, pile number 3. How are you? You picked my little icy snowman, the clear guy. Sorry if you hear a rumbly in my tumbly because I'm trying not to eat after a certain time because I'm trying to get rid of this baby pouch. And I've been sucking at it. I haven't worked out all week because I was sick. And I kind of ate all week like a fatty. Like, I got up later, slept all day most of the time, just trying to get this cold out of my body, which I feel like is working. But then I ate and stuffed my face. And I gotta stop doing that. Even though I was eating healthy foods. Like, I'm not even hungry. Why am I eating? Fuck my life. I'm never gonna get rid of this baby pouch. A 5-month bump, man. It's got to go because it's depressing me. I can't deal. Anyway. Alright, what's your gifts? 1 enchanted evening. The perfect night. Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration. Wow. One, you're able to play in the 5D like no one's business, which I spend most of my time in the 5D this week because I've been sleeping. So I feel like you're somebody who could astral project as well. I'm getting that frequently. Pile 2 also had that. But I feel like you're trying to manifest something. 1 enchanted evening, the perfect night. We shall get more. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership and good friends. That's what you're trying to manifest. Your soul family and your love. Your spirit guides are like, bam, this is what we're going to talk about. We'll get to your gifts later. Right now, you're trying to manifest love. I feel like it's going to happen in a very serendipitous way. The perfect night. Are you trying to create a perfect night to win a lover back, or to win their favor, or to get their attention, or to come in and tell them how you feel? I'm getting all those. Triple moon. Embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Doing your shadow work out there. Good job, pile number 3. Shadow work is hard as fuck. I'm dealing with it right now. I thought I was done. Newsflash, you're never done with dealing with your shadow self. You just like do chapters at a time. I'm like on chapter 56. When does this book end? I have no idea. But I'm dealing with it. Alright. So you could have also, we just had a full moon. So you could have been doing a little moon magic. I'm getting those vibes as well. It's working. You're going to get that 1 enchanted evening. This is also about embracing your light and dark magic as well. I'm struggling with this myself because I don't want to tap too much into... My problem is I know about a lot of my past lives when I was a dark asshole and used my dark gifts. So I'm scared to even play with the dark side because I do have that capacity to be an evil ass beat. I've seen it in other lives. I ain't trying to be no evil ass beat. So I'm like, I don't even want to tap in. But, you know, dark magic isn't like... It's got a bad rap because most healers, most shamans tap into the dark magic to heal things. It's not... Dark doesn't mean bad. You just make it bad. And unfortunately, my past witchy selves, I was both good and bad. I've seen too many lives. But the bad ones stuck with me. When I was like doing spells on people and being a weirdo and for the bad reasons, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But you're able to balance your light and dark together. You might play with both magics. Or starting to. Goddess, healing feminine energy. You could be trying to feel your... Maybe you are. I meant to say heal a divine feminine in your life, or pulling in a divine feminine, or healing yourself as the divine feminine. Ooh, completion. Look at that. They don't even want to talk about your gifts right now. This is a weird pile. Teaching and learning. Okay, this is where we're going. Part of your gifts and what you're going to do with your life is this completion that's coming towards you, like ending bad toxic relationship patterns, getting that right love, or maybe you're in the right love right now and you've had this completion, but you're going to turn around and use everything you've learned in your life to help other people and to teach. And in your pride a little tiny bit. It's okay. We're all in it. There goes my tummy rumbling. It's like, feed me. Put food in my stomach. No. Fatty? No. Oh, man. I keep trying to drink cucumber water, but I'm really hungry. I'll eat in the morning, goddammit. It is 11:57 p.m. Okay? This is what happens when you're a fat kid and you eat all night and your stomach's like, I'm hungry. Put food in it. I'm going to growl some more. I said I'm hungry. Put food in it. No, food in it. Food in it. No. Shut up, stomach. Anyway, maybe you just need to laugh. I'm like going off about being hungry. Anyway, spiritual partnership. Yes. Yes. Let me back up. Happy love. Maybe you help other people as well. You could be like a twin flame guider. Lantern. Light in the dark. You help them find each other. But I feel like you're going towards your twin flame here. Also, I'm sorry if you hear my loud-ass neighbors. They're loud all day. It doesn't ever get quiet. So, fuck my life. Compassion. Empathy. Unity. Friendliness. Trust and discernment. Why do I keep thinking about popcorn? Do you like popcorn? Everything's a clue. I don't know why. You have great compassion, or this person, your guides are correcting me. Why am I being such a weirdo for you, pile 3? I was doing so good for the other piles, and now my weirdness is just coming out like a freak flag. I don't get it. Compassion. Ooh, you're learning to have compassion. Your spiritual partnership is going to give you, I'm not going to say give you your compassion back, because you've always had compassion, but it's going to enhance it. You're going to teach that compassion to others. Part of your gifts is having compassion. You could be a humanitarian. Yeah, you have great empathy. You're a medium. You're able to feel and connect with people. I heard you're the people's people. What does that even mean? Or the people's choice? You could be going out on a mass level to work with the public. Unity, about bringing different cultures, different religions, different people, your own family members. You want to unite. You want the world to be at peace. You got a little bit of hippie vibes going on, which I love and appreciate. I was raised by a hippie. You're very friendly, very fun. Maybe that's why my weirdness is coming out. Trust. People trust you. I heard they will when the spiritual partnership comes. Maybe you're trying to earn back. Why am I saying weird words? Earn back people's trust here. You will. But you have to discern what's good for you and what's not. Trust your inner intuition about what projects you're doing, what's coming out of your mouth, what relationships you get into. Trust that inner guidance. And now I'm smelling popcorn. Maybe you're eating popcorn. Oh, great. All right. Octopus, platypus, camel, and blue heron. Practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. That's weird. I'm a kind of person that just wants you to be yourself, but this card's like, no. Be like other people. Talk like them. Act like them. Maybe that's how you get them to trust you if you're trying to bring unity here. They're giving me an example. Okay, so if you're like a wealthy, privileged person and you're trying to help the poor, you can't come at them as a wealthy, privileged person. You got to look like them. You got to talk like them. You got to be able to understand them, and they can understand and relate to you. So if you're doing like social worker work, or if you're doing humanitarian work, this is about getting down to people's level. Not necessarily changing yourself, but softening your appearance and softening how you talk so that they can relate to you and hear you. Platypus, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Might be a little complainy pants because 2020 has been a dick face. We all know this. We've all complained. I complain every day. Like, I'm sick of being in this house. My neighbors are too fucking loud. I complain about that every day. Maybe we should shut up, all of us, and just be like, you know what? I'm alive. I have food to eat even though I can't eat. Right now, I have a warm bed to sleep in. You know, I have a dog who loves me. You know, there's good things. This isn't just you, pile number 3. This is everybody this year. Don't let them lie to you. But maybe this is you coming in and talking to people about complaining, overdoing actions. Could be working on that as well. Camel, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Shut up, gurgling stomach. It's just getting louder because it's like a baby. You know, it figured out if it cries, then the mom comes and just sticks a bottle in your mouth. It's like my stomach is the fucking food baby monster from hell. Alright, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. You do have everything you need in here. You don't need to gain anything. You don't need to change yourself. You don't need to prop yourself up. You don't need to prove yourself. Just know that everything's going to be okay. You have everything in here. You're smart. You have an inner compass. You know what to do. You're just not listening to your instincts right now. Start listening to them. Spirit, your little guides up here, like, talk to us. Don't tune us out. We're trying to help you. They're very silly, your guides. Blue Heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Pile number 3, let me talk to you for a second. 1, what did I say earlier? You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. I just feel like you're out there trying to prove that you're a good person, trying to prove that you're happy when you're not, trying to put on a brave face, if you will. That's not authentic to you. That doesn't help you. Listen, you don't have to explain any of your religious or personal beliefs to anyone. You can just say, like me, I don't have a religion. I believe in a higher being. That's all you need to know. I don't like labels. I don't label my life. And just leave it there if that's what you're worried about. If it's about people judging you because you're going to leave a bad situation for a good situation, or you're going down a totally different career path, you're doing something totally different, you're becoming a weirdo like me, like I'm a total weirdo, as much as I can get along. And here's the dilemma, okay? Hopefully this helps you with why I'm bringing it up. When I was in high school, I didn't have one group of friends. I had friends in all groups. Like, I was friends with the jocks. I was friends with the preppies. I was friends with the nerds. I was friends with the quiet people. I was friends with the theater-eccentric people. I was friends with everyone, but I didn't quite belong to any group. It's just how I operated. And luckily, all the schools that I went to, people just kind of accepted me like, that's just Liz. You know, she dresses like that. She talks like that. She does her own thing. She's cool, but, you know, she's like, I'm like a Lady Gaga, okay? In a maid dress, walking through school. People are like, what the fuck? But it's cool at the same time. Like, well, I didn't think the maid dress was cool, but you know what I mean? Like, I always, even when I was trying so hard to fit in with everybody else, I just stood out more. The more I tried, the worse it was. When I actually embraced, and when I got to high school, and I was like, listen, I'm just going to dress the way I want. I'm going to say my funny shit. I'm going to laugh and be a kooky nut, and they can just deal with it. Then the more I was myself, and people were judging me less, because they're just like, well, that's just Liz. That's just who she is. You know, take it or leave it. You know, I did have haters. I'm not saying everybody liked me, but I was teased sometimes. But for the most part, I was lucky in the sense of people were not trying to change me. They're not trying to, I mean, some people did try to put me in a box. Like, you're never going to get a boyfriend if you're so weird and don't let boys touch you, man. Whatever. I was like, fuck that. I don't care what you think. It all starts in here is what I'm getting at. Can't focus for you, pile number 3. Your spirit guides, I feel like, have embraced my loony toony to speak the language you need me to speak. But you could be someone like me who's unique. You're not here to be like anybody else. No matter who's done it before you, what anybody else has to say, you need to be you. You need to do you and stop being afraid of it. You are grown now. It's safe for you to leave this impressionistic bullshit that the world has fed down your throat. You're not going to fit in a box. Pile number 3, you're a weirdo like me, okay? We're weird. We don't quite belong anywhere. We're accepted a lot of places. People like to know us. We're interesting, eccentric little beings, but we're not like anybody else. There's going to be no way to classify us. There just isn't. I'm different than anyone you will ever meet, and that's okay with me. If it's not okay with you, sorry. Have a nice day. You need that energy. It's going to be okay. Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. You are somebody in the soul who doesn't like fighting. You don't like drama. You don't like confrontation. You have naturally been a peacekeeper. But where's the peace for you? You're fighting your inner self about being who you truly are and trying to fit a mold and who you're supposed to be. Excuse the fuck out of me. Who told you you're supposed to be like something else? There's got to be like, this is what your parents did, so you got to do. No. This is your life. You were born to do what you got to do on this life, not be like everybody else. That's boring. Do you want to be boring? No. I highly doubt it, pile number 3. It's time to make peace with yourself about being different. It's okay. You're a star seed. I just feel like all star seeds were all weird. I get comfortable with that word weird. Why is it a bad word? Like I said, it's the highest fucking compliment. If somebody calls me weird, that's acknowledging that I'm not like anybody else they have ever met. Thank you. I don't want to be like anybody else because I'm fucking me. And it took a long time to get there. I get it. But that's what you need to work up. Stop stuffing yourself in a box, pile number 3. Ooh, she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. Yes! Let that freak flag fly, pile number 3. Spirit guides are like, you're going, maybe what your gifts are in life and what you're going to be able to be more of a good humanitarian by being that weirdo. Like, look at Bono. He's a weirdo too, and he does great things. Brad Pitt is a weirdo, and he does great things. Johnny Depp is a fucking weirdo, and he played mad cool shit. We're all weird. But that is what draws the eye and what draws people in. Embrace it. Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Okay, so that's twice now. The peacekeeper. Maybe you're dealing with something very toxic or a toxic situation, whether love or family. It's time to bring the peace in it. Stop standing in your pride, pile number 3. It's hard to do. I'm Irish. I get it. Animal guardian. Trust your instincts. I just feel like animals talk to you, or a lot of your signs in life have been from animals. What else do we have? Returning home. Number 44. That's a spiritual number. A highly spiritual number. Transition. Life between lifetimes. Loving welcome. This is returning home to your flame, to your purpose. Somebody you feel like you've had multiple lives with, coming soon. If you don't know who that person is, incoming. Brace yourself. You're learning that you have a twin flame very soon, or you already know. This is them saying you're going to return to them. You've had lifetimes together. They're also going to be weird. They're going to be unlike anybody that you've ever known. So why are you scared of being weird if they're weird? Don't you think us weirdos, we're going to get each other, okay? I'm telling you right now, I'm a weird ass fucking person. When I find another unicorn, I love them up. I hugged them. Oh my God, thank you for being weird. Thank you for being unlike anybody else. You are awesome. I'm so sick of the mundane people. Stick people, I call them. I love weirdos. I will hang out with weirdos all day. Ooh, the gift. Present, honoring, offering. You might be giving a gift, or you're going to be bringing a gift for that perfect night they talked about in the very beginning. One enchanted evening. Use your gifts. Help to plan. I just feel like you're planning something. Insight, number 22. Magical tools, writing, star crafting. You have a gift. Your person has a gift. Together, you're going to be like a super mega supernova star. You have that insight. You have that intuition. Follow it. Trust it. Know that you're a weirdo. And I say that with love. I love you out there, little weirdo. Embrace the word. Stop being scared of it. There's also other different words people can use. Weird. Quirky. What's the British word? Queer. That's a little queer. Why do they say queer? I don't know. Fuck them. It's because I keep watching British shows. I'm learning all these British weirds. I'm like, that's racist. Oh, it doesn't mean that. Okay, well, maybe I'm racist. They kept saying, that person's queer. And I thought they were making fun of them for being gay, but that's their word for weird. I didn't know these things. And their cigarette is a fag. You know, if you say fag in America, they punch you in your face. It's very confusing. All right, the gift. You have a gift. Start embracing it. Pile number 2, I said this a lot. Like, I'm getting a lot of water, so being around water might help you think. But this is about going into your garden. What your garden to me is like this, my studio. Someplace where I feel comfortable doing my spiritual work. You need to find that place and start playing around here. Use your insight. Oh my God, insight. Like, if you want to manifest something, trust what your body and your soul and your guides are telling you. Whether it's writing it out, writing a letter, communicating, manifesting, getting rid of negative thoughts. A splendid torch. Blaze brightly. Yes. My little starseed weirdo. You are meant to blaze brightly, to stand out, to stick out, to be you. You're going to be so inspiring when you're your authentic self and you stop trying to play a part. You stop trying to please everybody. It's old news. This is 2021 almost. Stop listening to 1812 voices. Plant seeds of intention. Grow, grow, grow. Like that little manifester you are, you can plant seeds and you can bring them into fruition. Plant the right seeds now. Stop trying to appease everybody or appease an old lifestyle for yourself or for your family or what have you. Plant the seeds you want. If you want to go in a new direction, go. Don't think about nothing else. This is your life. Everything else will work out. If they're not meant to be in your life, they're not meant to be in your life. They're going to fall out anyway. Stop being afraid of what other people are going to think or what they're going to say. Because no matter what you do, someone's always going to have something to say about it. And somebody's always going to be thinking about you. And it's none of your fucking business. It's none of your business what they think or feel. The only business of yours is what do you think, what do you feel. That's it. Their judgy little selves can sit over there and judge. I'm a judgy person about stuff too. I'm not a fucking saint. But that's me. You know what I mean? I have to face my own shadow self just like you. Trip to light, fantastic. Dance with the universe. Embrace who you are. Be the little weirdo. And go stop. How do I explain this? I feel like if steam could come out of your ears, it would. I just feel like somebody tugging at suit, like trying to, like if you're a business person and you're like dressing the part, but you really just want to wear shorts. Like you're even dressing not like yourself, if that makes sense. Just rip it off like a band-aid. Let the freak flag out. they're gonna have to deal with it. They're gonna embrace it. So instead of just wake up, what do I want to wear today? What do I want to do today? I'm doing it. Whoever's got what to say, whoever's got to think about it, whatever, that's their problem. That's their business. That ain't my business. The only one I have to please and appease is me. That's the life we are given. Alright, I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry I was super extra, but your guides lit the freak flag because you need to embrace your freak flag and be more like us unicorns. Okay? It's alright. Everybody is unique in their own way. So cool. You don't have to be like everybody else to have a successful life. And do things correctly means doing things correctly for yourself, not their way. Okay? Love and light out there. Bye.